Welcome to my channel, Know and Awaken Your Soul's Unlimited Potential. My name is Eva, and today I want to do a deep dive again about changing the outside world by changing yourself. And I know I've been talking about this in a couple of my previous videos, and I'm going to leave a link to that at the end of this video so that you might actually get a background on what I've been talking about for the past couple of uploads, 2 weeks, okay? The reason why I'm talking about this topic so much is because I see the state of the world, right? There's so much chaos. Honestly, anytime you turn on the news, anytime you look on social media, like that is all you're bombarded with. Just the negativity and the sadness and the chaos that's happening. And it's very easy to get trapped into that kind of mindset of feeling despair and fear and anger towards what is actually happening in the world. But the more I sit with myself meditating about how I can do, what can I do to make the situation different, I'm getting so much information in the fact that the only way to change the world is by changing myself. And if a lot of people embody this for themselves, that we will actually see the world change in an instant. If a lot of people actually started going inside and reconnecting with their true selves, reconnecting with their souls, remembering why we are all here, remembering our true path, the world will change in an instant. We'll stop getting manipulated and getting distracted by all of this chaos happening on the outside and actually working on ourselves to embody these higher states of being. And trust me, the minute we all tap into that, we will see again the reality that's reflected back to us change in an instant. And this is why I really want to talk about this more and more, because if I can awaken you and I can get you to release all these blockages that are keeping you from actually tapping into your real self, from actually remembering who you are, then I've done my job. I've done my part in helping to change the world. I want to start off by sharing a beautiful analogy that I had from Bashar. So Bashar is an amazing channel, an entity that's channeled by a man called Daryl Anker. Fabulous man. I love his material. He's very wise. When you listen to him, trust me, you will get a ton of insights that will just open up a whole new world to you. In this particular video, there's a lady who was asking about, the lady was going through a hurricane at the time. And so she was asking Bashar or Daryl Anka, whatever you resonate with, how can I stop the hurricane from happening? I don't want to be in a reality that has this hurricane happening. There's so much chaos, right? I want to change this. How can I change this? And do you know what Bashar responded? Bashar told her that you can't stop the hurricane from happening. You can only shift into a reality that does not have the hurricane happening. And this is so deep. For anyone who actually understands what I've just said, that's such a powerful message. Because what Bashar was actually implying is that we actually never change the world. Literally, none of us actually changes the world. We only change and shift into a reality that has the kind of world that we want to see reflected back to us. And Bashar goes further to explain that when you're looking into a mirror and you see a reflection of you that you don't like, do you go to the mirror and tell the mirror that you have to change how you look? Because I don't like the way you look, right? Because the mirror is a reflection of you, right? So if you don't like what you're seeing in the mirror, it doesn't mean that the mirror is wrong. It means that you have to change something about you so that a different image can be projected to you, right? You never go to the mirror and tell the mirror to change. You go and change your clothes, you go and change your outfit, whatever it is, you change your makeup and all of that, and then the reflection now will be something that you want to look at. So remember, the outside world is always a reflection of who we are on the inside. So if you're seeing the state of the world and you're seeing that this is not something I want to see in my environment, you cannot go to the reflection, which is the external world, and tell the external world that you have to change because I don't want to see chaos, I don't want to see hunger and all of these things that are happening in the world. I want you to change so that I can feel better about myself. No, Remember, the outside world is a reflection of who you are on the inside. So the best way to change that, if you don't like what you're seeing, is by changing yourself. Now, I see that there's so many people standing up for what they believe in, fighting against the chaos and all of that, right? And I completely support that. Obviously, speaking against all of this things that are happening is so essential. But if you're doing that, do that and ensure that also within yourself, you've let go of all the chaos that's within you. Because if at all within yourself you have all this anger, all this despair, and all this frustration, and that's all you're projecting out to the world by telling the world that you guys need to get angry about the situation that's happening here, you guys need to do this and this, you're just creating more of that into the world. So first of all, before you go do that, and before you go passing judgment and all of that, really look at yourself and examine your life and try and determine, where in my life am I exhibiting anger? Do I have to let go of the anger maybe I have towards myself for all my failures, for all my past mistakes? Do I need to forgive myself for that? Do I need to forgive the people around me, my mother, my father, my brother, my sister, for any kind of betrayal that they had towards me? Because if I'm still harboring anger towards that, guess what? The universe again reflects back to you who you are. So you always get more and more of what it is that you are. So if this is all you see in the world, guess what? The only thing that you will always notice in the world is just the chaos and anger and the frustration and all that. And it will always keep on affecting you and dragging you back to that reality that has you having a lot of all of these things that you want to change about yourself. So you have to be really careful with that. It always starts with self, right? Never go outside in, it's always inside out. So really embody these states of wholeness that you want to see in the world. And again, the reason why I'm speaking on this is because not everyone is doing this. I don't want to say most because I don't have the statistics, but there's so many people so focused on all the wrong that's happening on the outside, and none of them is doing the internal work to shift that. But if every one of these people went inside and really examined themselves and really let go of that chaos within them, trust me, this effort we're putting into changing the world and making people take responsibility, it will not have to be, we won't actually even have to apply so much effort to make that happen. It will literally shift because we're shifting within us. It will literally happen like as if by magic, if all of us really embody those states. So if you're watching this, really my message to you is that you gotta start doing the internal work. You have to start working on yourself. You have to start letting go of who you are in the past. Your trauma, your emotional wounds, all those, regardless of how justified they are. And trust me, a lot of people who are holding on to the anger within themselves and with the people around them, it's justified, but it's really not serving you at all. It just keeps on creating all those experiences again and again and again. And I know if you're watching this that you want something better for yourself. And the best way to do that is you have to, again, do the internal work and reconnect with your true self. Reconnect with your true purpose, your reason for being here. Remember who you are. Remember, you are just a spirit having a human experience. So these physical things that we see, don't attach so much to that. It's not the real you. The real you is the awareness that's behind this, observing everything that's happening around you. Observing your thoughts, observing your emotions, observing all this chaos, right? That's the real you, that awareness, that consciousness that continues to exist even long after you're gone, even after this body decays. There's that part of you that continues existing, and that part of you is what I want you to connect with, to remember who you are. Another way I can put this is that, is it possible for all of us to exist in different realities, but we're living in the same world? So I want to talk about this because, again, I said, as Bashar told the woman, it's that you can't stop the hurricane from happening. So that's beyond you. But you can shift your reality and go into a reality that does not have this hurricane happening. And I know that might be confusing to some people who are watching this. And trust me, you'll understand this the more and more awareness and knowledge you seek for yourself. So you might not understand or resonate with it right now, but you will resonate with eventually if you do a deep reflection on this, okay? So why do I want to mention this, It's because, again, we live in this world, and it is possible for all of us to be existing in different realities. And what do I mean by that? I mean that there are a section of people who've never known what hunger is, going to bed without a place to sleep in, not having a place to sleep in, not having clothes to wear. There's a section of the world that has lived a very privileged world. And then there's another section that has only known pain, homeless, hunger every day, not knowing what's going to happen tomorrow, always feeling fear of that. Again, those are two different realities, but again, we're all existing in the same world. There are people who've only known war their entire life, from birth till the end of their incarnation. And there are people who never even experienced that. They've only known peace. So how is that possible? And we're all living in the same world. So is it possible for you to shift into a reality that actually embodies what you want to see more of? Yes, it is. It means that if I don't want to see all these things that I don't like in the world, let me work on myself and really upgrade my vibration so that I can shift to a vibration that doesn't have all of these things that I don't want to see in the external world happening, right? That could mean that if at all you're tired of feeling like life is meaningless, life is purposeless and all of that, do the internal work, remember who you are, reconnect with yourself, and then shift into a reality that actually has you living your purpose. So you're literally not even physically changing the things that are happening in the world. You're changing yourself, and by upgrading your vibration, you shift into a new reality that has everything that you want on the outside world. So I will reiterate this again, that never assume that change will always come from the outside in. It will always start with yourself. Really embody that, and don't look at the world and say like it's so pointless for me to do this, because even if I do this, like nothing will ever change. No. Again, if all of us did this, trust me, our world will change in an instant. But we have to take personal responsibility. No longer looking at the people around us and saying, my friend is not doing that, my mother is not doing that, my father is not doing that, so why should I? No. You should do it because you want a better world for yourself. And trust me, by shifting yourself, even these people around you who are not really vibing with that at the moment, just by you upgrading that and them continuing to be in your life, you're also going to help to shift them in time. So that's also a way of serving the people around you. So it's no longer about, I want to go with the team and let us do this together. No, it's about yourself taking individual responsibility for your own growth, for your own healing. And trust me, just by doing that, you will see your world, your reality change. So I hope you resonate with this. Comment down below. I would love to hear your perspective on this, and share with me your experiences. You never know, you might actually help someone who's currently struggling if you've actually released all of this for yourself. Share your tips and your ideas down below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you do like the kind of content I share out here, and maybe you're watching my video for the first time, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any content I post on a daily and weekly basis. Okay, so if you don't want to miss out on that, make sure that you click on the notification bell. Okay, and to say thank you so much for watching my video thus far and listening to my insights on this. I want to just share with you a beautiful meditation that I designed to help so many people shift from this vibration of feeling stress and anxiety and just lack of peace within themselves, and shift to a reality that has them feeling serene and blissful and calmness in just a couple of minutes. Okay, so it's a beautiful quantum flow meditation, right? That's designed to help you shift into those states of higher states of being in just a couple of minutes. So if you're curious about this, make sure you get your free access down below in the description box. Just register and you'll get the meditation link directly into your inbox. And as always, I end my videos by sharing how I can actually help you reconnect with your true self and awaken the full potential that you actually have within you. A lot of people have been blocked with all of these things that are happening around them, right? So much chaos, so much trauma, so many wounds that they're still carrying within themselves, within their energy field, and they keep on creating that again. My service to the world is to help people release this and help them remember who they are. So I do work with two modalities, both of which are so powerful and are meant to actually help you accelerate your healing process. So if maybe you're just starting your healing journey, this modalities are perfect for you. If maybe you're still on your healing journey and maybe you still can't get to the what it is that I'm actually trying to heal, you're still trying to identify the root cause of your pain and you're still feeling stuck on this, these two modalities are perfect for you to help you embody your highest potential in an accelerated way. Okay, so the first modality I work with is called quantum flow, which is all about rewiring your body, rewiring your physical, mental, emotional body into the higher states of being. Okay, a lot of the trauma and the emotional wounds and the mental limiting patterns that we've had all the way from birth until now, all of them are recorded within your body. What most people do, focus so much on working on their mindset, and fine, that does work, but you find that that takes such a longer time, because if you're only working in your mind and you're not releasing the memory of all the trauma you've experienced in your life inside of your body, inside of your nervous system, you're still gonna feel stuck. You're still gonna feel like it's taking too long to actually get to the results that you want to create. So quantum flow actually combines breathwork, sound, and movement to help you rewire your nervous system and clear this memory from your body. And just by doing that, you get the energy in your body flowing again. Remember, you're made of 99.99999% of energy. So if the energy is blocked, you'll always feel the effects in different areas of your life. And if you do quantum flow, you can actually get this energy flowing again in the spiral way that it was created to flow, and actually awaken higher states of being in your mental, emotional, physical, energetic, spiritual well-being. It's actually designed to help you reconnect again with yourself and receive intuition from your higher guidance. If you're curious about this and you want to know more about what quantum flow can do in your life, you can check out the link down below, book a session with me, or if you have more questions with me, you can connect with me on Facebook or Instagram, or book a discovery call and ask any questions that you have of me. Okay? The second modality I work with is called soul realignment. So soul realignment is actually based on working with the Akashic records. And the beautiful part about soul realignment, which trust me, I've actually gotten feedback for some people who've actually gone through an Akashic records healing and they've never actually got to the root cause of whatever it was that they were going through in their life. So soul realignment actually goes to the root of who you are. First of all, it looks at you as a soul. Who were you created to be? Then it compares that with where you currently are right now. Based on all the choices that you've made, a lot of them which have created blocks and restriction within your blueprint. So soul realignment actually helps you identify, gets to your soul identity, helps you identify your gifts, the gifts that you're supposed to leverage to create a better human experience. But because a lot of people are blocked from this, because they made so many negative choices that created negative karma in their blueprint, they find that they can't even access the full range of the gifts, meaning that the kind of life that they're creating right now is not even comparable to the full potential that they have. So soul realignment can help you get to the identity of your soul gifts, help you identify where your soul is actually from. There are a lot of souls who are actually what we consider traveler souls. So if you want to know if you're a traveler soul or you're this other kind of soul, you can actually discover that with the soul realignment reading. And the third thing is that you get to discover your soul story. So your soul story actually goes back to a particular lifetime that your soul started making negative choices, and the choices you made in that lifetime are still affecting you currently. A lot of the experiences that you've had in your life currently have literally nothing to do with your current lifetime. They're connected to a past version of you that made mistakes, and you're still repeating the same mistakes because you probably forgot what you were here to heal in the first place, the lessons that your soul came here in this incarnation to do. So soul realignment identifies those lessons for you, identifies that soul story, and then once you have awareness of that, you get to clear all of this energetically and return your soul blueprint back into its integrity, meaning that now all those experiences that you were attracting before, you're kind of not an energetic match to that, first of all. But the beauty with soul realignment is that it actually puts you back in control, meaning that now that you have awareness of how you've been creating the same patterns again, you get to now start making different choices going forward, so that you don't go back to where you've come from, right? So once you've healed this and you start making different choices, start taking different action, you'll actually see your life shift in a whole beautiful new way. So if you're curious again about this modality, make sure you check out the link down below, book a session with me, or if you have more questions, check out with me or connect with me on Facebook or Instagram, ask any questions you have, or go ahead and book a discovery call. For now, sending you so much love, and I hope I will see you on the next video. Bye for now.